Good morning, it's a nice sunny day, a great travel day. We'll be driving approximately 4 hours today with breaks in between for the dogs. Come along as we show you how we pack up and get ready for travel. So my desk is cleared and we've set up our GPS on the right, our brake controller display in the middle, and the TPMS on the left. As you can see, everything's put away, it's all clear. Our projector's rolled up. On the sofa we have our printer, which is normally here, but we keep it on the sofa just so it protects it from any rattles and shakes and whatnot. Just not sure how mechanically it would survive on the bench, which it would stay if we did keep it there. It's just the hard knocks that we want to avoid. Our monitors and computers. It's our dishes all washed. We do keep our coffee machine and our toaster on the bench. They don't move, we don't strap them down. The rubber feet that they come with usually keeps them there unless we do a really hard turn. Our fridge is actually really good. We don't actually have to do any special latching. Just have to make sure the doors are pushed in and it's all good. On to the bathroom. We clear everything off the counter. They go in the cupboards if they do fit, otherwise they go into the shower, especially the Berkey, so that sits in the shower as we travel in case it does spill or whatnot. We do try to empty it down a bit the night before. So that's the bathroom, it's all good, cabinets are all latched, and we're ready to roll. We are, engine started, slides are going to go in. We always put the big slide in first. Next, moving around to the passenger side, and we put the bedroom slide in second. The living slide. Next, jacks up. The back ones always take a little longer than the front ones. And we're ready. Maneuvering so that we can hook up to the car. Turn driver's side. Come straight back a bit. Straight. Heading out. Just making sure everything clicks in place. Alrighty, checks are all done and we're all good to go. Greta.
Yay, you're back.
Coming in.
I thought the coyotes got you.
So you decided to show up?
Yeah. Come this way.
Alrighty.
We're off.
We're off.
We're off! Wow, I sounded just like a dog.
You are a dog, numbnuts.
Going towards the mountains.
Mountains.
Don't worry, we won't run into them.
See, that Tony's navigator, telling us which turns to make.
Yeah.
In 1 mile, turn right on Mex 5. Go faster.
He's the one who's telling us to go fast because he's always going fast.
Turn right on Mex 5.
See? I was right.
Yeah.
Take it easy. This is the dippy part.
This is the doozy.
The
Yeah,
poopy.
take it slow.
Take it slow.
Take it slow. I mean, it doesn't look like much, but it is. It doesn't really come out on video. Is it clear?
Nope.
Okay.
There's
Just. Ugh. Okay, we're just waiting on a slope.
There's a car in the distance.
Yeah, we're gonna take our time coming out, so
The car will be a lot faster than us.
trying to turn out.
Trying to turn out, yeah.
Yeah.
Here we go.
So
You might think this is slow motion, but it's actually real time.
It is real time. Right, careful on the side. No, because there was a post there, but that's all good.
Continue on next 5.
Alright. Always relieved when we're on the highway.
Yeah.
So when the highway was repaired and repaved a number of years ago, it raised the level a little more from all the driveways coming off it. And as you can see, the drop-off is fairly extreme. Don, the owner of Rancho Mil, managed to persuade them to do some regrading to kind of neutralize it a bit, but it wasn't enough, so he had to do a lot of work, bring in a bunch of fill to make the slope a little more manageable. It's not ideal, but it's certainly doable and much better than it was.
Will I eventually get my chicken?
Yeah.
I better.
Not sure where we are. This might be Durango, but it's a larger town anyway, with lots of topes. It's a Sunday today. Still fairly bustling, and not quite sure what this guy is doing. Pull over again because of that trees. Branch is looking a little low. Now we're behind this hay truck again. Topes and trees. Wow, here's another one, sudden one. And trees, so we're kind of moving lanes because the trees are on either side. It's their version of merging.
Yeah.
See how green it is. They're growing hay probably, the looks of it. There's a lineup. Sunday jam. I guess because the market is on or something. Anyway, hopefully nothing's blocked and we can get through.
Is there anything we can get for you? There's a guy selling doors and windows back there.
All sorts.
Now, what would I do with a door or window?
Oh, it goes all the way down there. Look.
Oh, there we go. That's why. It's busy. Wow, it's bustling. You're careful on my side.
Yeah.
They're selling honey.
Did he just horn me?
No, he didn't horn you.
Looks like we're out of the busyness now.
I'm having some trouble with the cruise control. As a lot of people know, when you go really slow, the cruise control doesn't work, it doesn't engage. And I was trying to get it to come on and it got a bit confused. So it put a spanner symbol and it won't let me put cruise control on anymore until I, pull over and turn the engine off and back on again. Yeah, it's like it gets confused and then it goes, here, have a spanner.
Just found a spot to pull over so we can reset the engine for the spanner.
We can put the spanner away. Here, I'll show you. See? Spanner. Spanner, senor? No, gracias. No spanner for me. Let's see if it works. The spanner is gone. Success.
But it gave us time to all have a little pee break.
Yep.
All of us. So that's good.
Yeah.
Onward. So we're kind of doing a weird route heading back to the US from Baja. Instead of heading straight north through Mexicali or San Luis, we're actually heading east towards Puerto Penasco. So essentially backtracking from where we came from before we went to San Felipe. Our plan is to cross at the Lukeville border because we know there is space to park a big rig for us to go into Mexican immigration to tidy up all our documentation, essentially getting a passport stamp exit from Mexico, and while we're there returning our FMM. There is actually no parking for big rigs at Mexicali and San Luis on the Mexican side. If we did use those crossings, we would have to go over to the States, find a place to park there, walk back across to get all the paperwork done on the Mexican side.
What's all this paper?
So rather than do that, and because we are going east anyway, we're just headed to Lukeville. Puerto Penasco for a quick stop to freshen up and stock up on tortillas
I love
before
tortillas.
we head north. The reason we need all this paperwork, and a lot of people will have different opinions, is that we...
Oh my gosh, there's an earthquake.
Ignore that noise as we go over some potholes. So the reason is that it's actually for Canadian auto insurance purposes. While we're out of Canada and the US and under Mexican auto insurance, we can actually claim a refund from our Canadian auto insurer. Now that's a fairly significant amount given that we have two engines, basically our car and our motorhome. So it's worth it to ensure that we have all our documents in order. Some people say, oh, you don't even have to bother to return your FMM. You can use gas receipts and all that sort of stuff to prove your time in Mexico and your time back in the US. However, we do that, but we also prefer that we have official stamps on our passports, and we do like to return the FMM because it is really an official document regardless of what people think about it. So let us know in the comments what you think, because we've heard so many differing opinions about it. But essentially that's the whole reason we're going through a different border, a border that we know has sufficient parking for us on the Mexican side to complete all that we need to do. Here we are driving on the other side of the road because all the potholes are on our official side. This stretch of the road is a little rough. And of course then you have these ample potholes on both sides. And this is definitely not a road to be driven at night in the dark. Okay, so I think this is an agricultural inspection.
I gotta say, it's a bit rocky.
It is very rocky.
That's
The
what I
road-
just said.
The dirt road is terrible.
Hola.
Hola.
No,
No.
we're out. Oh, one banana. We have one banana.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Gracias. You too.
It's extremely rocky.
So it's extremely rocky.
That's literally what I just said. Holy cow.
Holy cow.
She repeats me every time.
Hey. Look at the dips. Are there smoother spots to go on? The one on the other side of the road was fine. See, they've got proper pavement, but this side is terrible. Wow. You good?
Yeah.
Oh, careful. That was a big dip down.
Whoa.
What was that? Was it? Was it the tow bar?
think so. The bottom of the tow bar, I think it is.
You don't think it was the tires dropping down?
The what?
The tires dropping down.
Maybe. I mean, it was, but I think it was both dropping down, causing the bottom of the tow bar to bottom out, so to speak.
It's the bane of our lives. So the reason we mentioned the tow bar hitting, it's because of our drop hitch. Our tow bar connects to this 10-inch drop hitch, which then connects to the hitch receiver of the motorhome. That makes the bottom bolt of the tow bar the lowest point in our entire setup. And when we go down big dips, especially a step kind of dip, that bolt will or has scraped as it goes along.
The reason we have such a big drop is because the tow bar needs to be level between the motorhome and the car. If it's not, then it's pulling the car with the tow bar on an angle, which is not good for it.
Interestingly enough, most of our drop hitch scrapes have been on exiting gas stations. Now you'd think that's kind of odd given all the truckers that go into the gas stations, but some gas stations have a doozy of an exit, and the issue we had back there with the agricultural checkpoint, that is fairly unusual. Most checkpoint entries and exits tend to be pretty good, and that was an odd one. But so far in the 5 years, most of our scrapes have been on exiting gas stations. Don't get us wrong, it's not a major issue, and I think we've scraped that bottom bolt maybe a handful of times in the last 5 years. But yes, it's just something that we're very aware of and very conscious of wherever we go. And if we see a gas station that does have any major dips, we basically bypass it and go to the next one. This road is not pretty. It's literally falling away.
When the road has been here for millions of years, it just eventually erodes away. So, you know, you could just imagine when the dinosaurs were using this road, it was really nice, painted lines, and now it's just garbage.
Very funny.
What a load of nonsense.
We're looking for a
T-Rex.
pull-out so we
Oh.
can have lunch.
Chicken?
Yeah, chicken? KFC?
I love
They're few and
KFC.
far between on this stretch.
I haven't seen one KFC.
Very Jurassic.
No, that looks more like the Triassic period.
The ruins. Road conditions. Creeping onto the road. So we've just pulled over. Managed to find a spot big enough for us. I'm just going to check. So this bottom bolt here, this is the lowest point, but yes, it's been scraped a bit, but everything's all good, and it usually is, but we're just overly cautious, and we just like to always check that everything looks fine. Also gonna check our car charger, make sure that that's all still working the way it should. And there we go. It's pulling 4.2 amps. If you don't know what this is for, go check out our video. I think it was a couple of videos ago, and we explain why we have this set up. It's a little pop of color on our roadside stop. Very pretty. That's the space. What the hallway looks like with the slides in. And obviously we can get to the bathroom easily. And get to the fridge easily too. And we're off.
You might be off, I'm fine.
Lunch is done. Dogs have been dewatered again. Now it's another 150 kilometers to our next destination. This is how
What the?
Tony travels,
Not again.
all stretched out,
Good grief, Charlie Brown.
as comfortable as possible.
I can't believe they're filming me again. Can't a guy get some rest?
We all wish we could sleep through the drive.
Bet Lassie got some rest. Bet Scooby-Doo did too. Yeah. I have rights, you know.
What's up?
Keep this up and I'll call Justin Doggo.
Look, they're actually repaving Highway 3. This is not the best stretch, and we just missed filming it, but we went through a huge, what would you call it?
Pothole the size of the rig.
Basically a huge dip in the road. It wasn't so much a pothole, but the whole road was kind of dipped down. Anyway, what speed did we take it at?
I don't know. We slowed down, but not enough.
Yeah. If we could fly, we would have flown. So our brake indicator for the Toad is going off, if you can hear that. We think something got jostled when we went over that huge dip that we mentioned. So we've just pulled over and Leroy's just gone outside to check. Warning us that it can't find the brake. And here's this stretch road that we're on. We are on a straight stretch, so we're pretty visible. Just resetting the brake and there we go. It's all good and it stopped buzzing at us. So, cars whizzing past. Just did another quick walk around to make sure everything looks good at face value anyway, from what we can tell out there. Leroy?
Yeah. All good.
So far, fairly eventful drive. Well, eventful as in we've had 2 rough patches.
Yes.
So what was wrong with the brake?
I don't know. I unplugged it. Plugged it back in. Reset it. Seems okay.
Sometimes over a big dip it might kind of like that spanner thing we had. It's almost like it gets interrupted in its train of thought and decides to give us a spanner,
Yeah.
even though there's nothing really wrong. It's the start of the Sea of Cortez. What was that sign?
Danger. Beware of trucks with streamers. Streamers coming out the side. To be honest, I'd be more worried about the wind.
Such a weirdo. It's how we interpret signs anyway. Welcome to sign interpretation in a foreign language. Still constructing these transmission towers.
Some monsters came and bit the tops right off.
I tell ya, this section is... I wonder if it's because of all the heavy machinery bringing in the supplies. It's particularly bad here. Things up. Our GPS is having a fit because it doesn't like the arch, even though it's totally fine. Starling. No, no.
Should be going, oh, you made it through. Let me update our system.
Spring is everywhere. Even more flowers around.
The so.
I think Mother Nature's doing this.
Yeah,
It's nice though.
it's very nice.
Main road to the resort area, and it'd be nice if they actually repave it.
Arizona, they could have just whizzed by right today. There's something wrong with that Arizona.
No. Let's not stereotype Arizonians.
I think we'll make it through.
This is the other archway that the GPS has issues with, but it's totally fine.
Just took off our ACs.
Really?
We don't have ACs. We certainly don't now.
Oh dear. Tope. We're actually headed to a new RV park for us anyway. We normally stay at Concha del Mar, which is a dry camping campground, because it's way cheaper. But we thought for a couple of nights we could go to a full hookup and try this place, which we always walk through because it does have some nice trails on the other side. And we can enjoy some long showers and flush our tanks and fill our water and everything while we're there. So we're headed to the Reef RV Park. It's towards the La Cholla end of Puerto Penasco. Tope. Yeah, this one's huge. Those hills there in the distance, that's where we normally take the dogs for a run around. It's called Competition Hill or San Juan Hill. There's trails, off-roading, horseback riding, and the ocean side is really nice. I don't think we've been on this road when it's this busy. It's like crazy busy. Oh, you know why?
Why?
It's spring break.
Oh,
I
really?
totally forgot. That's why. That's why it's so busy. Yeah. I thought being Sunday would be the tail end of the weekenders, but obviously not when the spring breakers are here for the next few weeks. It is clear. Just a little shuddery here. We're going to be turning left here. That's where the RV park is. Turn right. It looks full. Oh, is that the storage?
Storage.
Okay, it's the storage. Thank goodness. Shouldn't be full. Because usually the spring breakers stay at the resorts. It actually does look very busy. We were not expecting this.
We were expecting it to be very bare.
Well, not very bare,
Well, quite
but
bare.
not this busy.
Your destination is on the left.
Just pull over there on the right. Just pull over here. Well, we got in. We requested one of the back sites just so it'd be a lot easier and quicker to get in and out, because we're only here for a couple of nights just to do all our chores. It is super busy, well, from our viewpoint, but there are still some spots available. It is still the weekend and there's lots of off-roaders, and it's pretty dry and dusty, but that's what you get when you're in the desert. Now that we've made it here safely, we get to revisit some of our favorite places around town. Catch us on our next video as we show you our favorite secluded beach. Until next time, catch you later.